Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a drum beat for a loop pedal using only your bass. So yesterday I made a video about looping and I was talking about the Boss, which is what I use, or C500, and it has a drum machine, but I was thinking after I made it I didn't talk about how if you don't have a drum machine, and some people probably don't, because all you honestly need is a simple basic loop pedal. You can get them cheap on Amazon. They don't need to be no double track, don't need a drum machine, just a simple loop is all you need. I used one for years and they're the best thing you can use. So what I do, you got to take your left hand and you're going to lay it across the strings lightly, and take your thumb or your pick, you don't have to use your thumb, and you're going, that E string is going to be your kick, so you find a good sound wherever you like. And there's different ones, different feels, you know. And then you got your G string, that's going to be your snare drum. Same idea, you're muting with your left hand, you're just laying it across. I keep my fingers together like that, lightly touched, and then you play a beat. So I like to loop it 4 times, twice at minimum, but 4 times gives you space for if you want to put some harmony in the background, you know, a couple notes. Let's try it here. So I want to start playing beforehand, and as I go into that first note, that's when you hit that play button or record button. You want to play through it, it syncs it up nicely. Sounds pretty sweet. So again, I was talking about using one note yesterday. I'm going to show you again how to make a basic for all the people that are new to this. You only need one note. I'm going to take this E, right? And this is where I want to go explain something here. I used to only use a loop, and I would put harmonies in the background, like so. And when I do that, you can use a bass without any effects, but I started using effects because of contrast. But another good point is when you're playing stuff, like if you're playing a low E, you want to separate octaves so you don't have overwhelming low end, or else your loops get all jumbled. So, and I like to use effects again because that adds contrast, and that also separates it into a different kind of sonic spectrum, you know, so that you're not all jumbled. It's just stuff that I've learned. I don't know that how other people think about it. This is just what I do. If it's right, I don't know. So on top of that open E, you can play this little E minor scale. up and down. You get the hang of that. You don't have to even play in time. The important thing is just to play and hear the sounds. And once you get that scale down, I'll take sequences like 3 notes, 4 notes, pick a number, play up 3 notes, 4 notes. It's like that. In any combination, you don't have to do 3 and 4. You can do 2. But that's a good way to think about it. Just pick a number and just play it. It's that scale. What I like to do is pick odd numbers that they kind of go through the beat and you end up being off time. I don't really count time. I make sequences. And I've never been much good at counting time, but I can count sequences. And it ultimately ends up the same way. In a way. Maybe not, but to me it does. That's how I hear it. I might be playing some kind of whatever rhythm, but I don't know that. I'm just picking numbers. And it's that simple. So you can do that with an E. And here's another hint. On any triad you have, an E minor triad, each note of that triad has its own triad, just like each note of a scale. But when you play off of a triad, it becomes extensions of the chord. So I think triads always, it might be some crazy scale, I don't know. I'm just putting triads on top of triads, and that's all music is. You can look at any kind of music you want to. You can break it down to triads. It will break down, guarantee it. From Bach all the way down to Limp Bizkit. You can break the shit down to triads if you know what you're looking at. So, like if you got an E minor, G is your third, you got a G major there. And then you got your B. If you're B, D, and F, so you got your B triad, and it starts getting into extensions. So if you go off to 7, you got a D minor. So over top of that E, you can play a D minor. And it sounds bad as fuck. You go back to E. That's just some ideas. If you got any questions or any lessons you want to learn, wanting to give some more lessons, if I would rather have people ask specific topics, it would help me a lot, and I can still get into basic theory, which I haven't done yet, and any questions about looping. I got this HX Stomp pedal, which I want to review it. I mean, I don't even know how that thing works. I know pretty good amount about the basics of it, and I know it's awesome. And I would recommend one. It changed my life. But so other things I want to get into, lessons and anything. If you all got questions, just feel free to ask me. Comment, like, and subscribe, because you'd be helping me out a lot. I appreciate all the support. And another thing is I do live, like when I'm off work, 3, 4, or 5 times a day. It's random, but generally it's in the afternoons around 5 and 6-ish. And then later in the evening, and then late midnight, 11, 12, 1, when I don't have anything at all to do. So you can catch me on there. And when I make loops, a lot of times I'll play stuff I've looped before. I still improvise the solo, but I'll have my chords I play over. But I also try to do, on each live, I try to do one completely improvised, random. I'll take like a shuffle looper on this HX Stomp, and I'll let it play something, and it spits it back out, but it's all jumbled and different sounds, and I'll play off of that and just improvise a loop. And it's excellent practice. It makes me have to figure out what key I'm going to do, and it's good for studying. Generally, when I'm playing, even live, in my mind, I'm studying constantly. I got certain, and I'll have a jam where I'm not really practicing, I'm just playing, but a lot of times I'm thinking about a certain scale that I'm trying to get a certain sound, that kind of thing. We're messing with rhythms. Again, sequences like I do. I know a little bit. I do know some timing. I play with a metronome, but I just go by sound and feel most of the time. So any questions you all have, just feel free to ask. Come back and like and subscribe. Thank you and have a good day.